Hi guys, today I'm going to share with you what I believe are going to be the SEO trends for 2018. My name is Carl from Buzz Website Design, and it's our job to help you to do better through your website and your online marketing. Okay, so just a quick recap for those of you who don't know. Search engine optimization means the stuff that you do on your site and around the web pointing back into your site to help your website rank better in the search engines. And if you do a good job with this, you will not only rank well with search engines, but you will also get traffic to your website, and hopefully people will pick up the phone, buy from your e-commerce store, or send you inquiries about what it is you have to offer. So let's get cracking with what, like I said, what I believe will be the things that you should be doing and should be aware of for SEO in 2018. So first things first, let's just cover content. Content is the biggest things you can do on your website to make it rank well. And it means not just the pages on your website, but also additional content such as blog posts and articles, testimonials, case studies, client stuff, etc. It all adds up to a picture that should grow in the Google or the search engine database that's all about your site and all about what your site is ultimately about. Now, based on your content is something called latent semantic indexing, and I did a video on this a couple of weeks ago, and I'll share a link below to where you can find it. Now, in short, latent semantic indexing is all about topics and subjects and keywords and phrases that are around your core topic. So, for example, if you sell car tyres in Leicester, you would want all of your topic, all of your content and your blog posts in some way, shape or form to be about car tyres, especially in Leicester. So if somebody searches on the search engine for car tyres in Leicester, your site is well ranked. And again, it goes throughout the whole website. Variations on the phrase car tyres in Leicester. It could be all-weather car tyres in Leicester. It could even be snow tyres in Leicester. And it also could be, economical tyres in Leicester, high-end tyres in Leicester. So all of it is around your core topic. Now, if you put something on there about football, for example, Google will come along and say, hang on a minute, that makes no sense. It's no correlation with the rest of the content. So think about latent semantic indexing, or LSI, which is all about phrases and stuff to do with your core content on your site. Something else that I think is going to be really big, in fact it's already pretty big, but it will only become more prominent, is voice search. What do I mean by voice search? Well, you've got things now like Alexa, Cortana, and also Siri, where people can use their voice to tell their search engine, their phone, their device, what to do, what to look for. And this means that your website is going to be built and also written with natural language that people might want to use to find what it is you do. Now, the easiest way to tackle this is to make sure that the text is clearly visible to the search engines, and your web guys should be able to help you with that. But also, when you write the text for your website, have a think, would somebody genuinely search for this? If you've written it from a technician's point of view instead of language that people would in everyday terms actually use to talk, then maybe you should reconsider. You have to take into account that in Britain, people's reading age is somewhere around 15 years old. That's the average. So if you're writing in technical terms, you're writing in English that maybe you learned sometime in the last century, then you really ought to have a think, is this conversational terms? Is someone likely to say this? A good question to ask is, if somebody asked me what I did in a pub, would I say what I've written on my website? And if you wouldn't, I would suggest go back and read it, because voice search is going to become huge. It's already growing at a very rapid rate. It will only get bigger, and your website needs to be able to stand head and shoulders above the rest in its searchability when somebody literally tells their search engine, Siri, Cortana, Alexa, is they're looking for. So make sure that you've gone to town with making sure that your website is in plain English where feasible. Something I've touched on before, and it's growing at a massive rate, is video marketing and video embeds into your website. Now, I really can't stress this enough. YouTube is the world's second largest search engine. It's currently the third most widely used website in the world. Why wouldn't you want to be on there? Why wouldn't you want to be putting videos into your website? There's no technical skill involved in doing that anymore. So I would say get on with doing some video. And you don't have to stand in front of a camera like I do. You could even just talk over a a PowerPoint presentation while recording your screen. Dead easy to do. The technology is there. There's free video software that you can get out there. You know, the tools are there. YouTube, Facebook Live, for example, is becoming increasingly popular. LinkedIn have not long launched something like Facebook Live for them. And again, it's only going to get bigger. So I would urge you in 2018 to get into video. Now, something else which is in the process of happening, and Apple have announced that they're going to start blocking tracking cookies on websites that are used through an Apple device. Now this means, and this is really technical online marketing, that remarketing and re-advertising to people who visit your website is likely to become that little more difficult going forward. Because once Apple have done it, the chances are good you're going to get browsers like Firefox and possibly even Chrome who are going to start blocking that as well. So it's possible, in fact I don't think Chrome will do it because it's owned by Google, and Google make a lot of money out of re-advertising. Thinking it through, maybe Chrome won't. Chances are good Firefox will, because they often follow Apple's lead and stuff like this. So you'll have to be aware that if you are using remarketing tools and tracking cookies on your website, your statistics may be skewed in things like analytics, but also some of your remarketing efforts, particularly if people use Apple products like Mac, then you may not necessarily get the impact and the penetration that you used to get. And finally, and I know this has been touched on a load in the past, but the more I think about it, the more I see it happening, and that's reviews. People read reviews more so than ever. If you've got a restaurant, you need to be on TripAdvisor, for example. If you're a trader, a plumber, you know, being on Trusted Trader or Trustpilot is so big now that a lot of people are putting their badges from a lot of these review sites on their websites, and that's only again going to become more popular. The great thing is, if you do a good job, encourage people to write testimonials and reviews, and a good thing is if you get Google reviews as well, it will only help your website to move up the search rankings. Not complex, just takes a little bit of extra thought during your sales delivery process by simply saying, would you mind giving me a review? And it's not, like I said, it's not complex, but I think in my opinion that's going to become even more prevalent. My other half, for example, she never books a hotel unless it's been well reviewed, and even if that's just, you know, the wide variety of things like TripAdvisor, Google reviews, and all the other websites for reviewing. So take that into account. And finally, and I've said this over and over again, if you're going to put stuff onto your website, do it regularly and do it consistently. If you want to write a blog, please write a blog. It'll only ever be good for your website, but do it regularly. There's no point in putting on a couple of blog posts this month and then leaving it for another 6 months. You'll do yourself no favours in the search engines. Google wants content. They want relevant, up-to-date, timely content that's good for them, good for your audience, good for your website. So again, all of this stuff needs to go into some kind of plan. I've talked an awful lot about it. It'd be great to hear your thoughts, actually, so please write comments below. It'd be good to hear from you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But anyway, that's enough from me. I hope you've had plenty there in what I believe are going to be the SEO trends for 2018. Remember, we make a video like this roughly once a week, and YouTube will kindly send you an email when we do. And please subscribe, because otherwise you won't get the email from YouTube. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. Thanks for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye for now.